The teasers dropped, the fandom went silent. In an instant, the entire K-pop world was turned upside down. Stray Kids didn't just release a concept, they unleashed a visual shockwave. Welcome to Starscope K-Report. Join Eric and Minji as they ride the Hallyu wave, uncovering the biggest K-pop comebacks, shocking industry controversies, and major K-drama updates. From internet-breaking rumors to historic chart milestones, we dive deep into the world of Korean entertainment.
Yes, we do.
So if you are listening right now, you already know that a Stray Kids comeback is, well, it's never just a simple music release.
No, it's a global event.
Exactly. It's an event. We are looking at their 9th mini album, AE, dropping on July 19th. But, before we even get to the music, we have to talk about the concept photos.
Oh, the photos. We absolutely have to.
Because the images alone have sent the entire internet into just a complete meltdown. I mean, it's wild.
It is the absolute definition of a paradigm shift. We've been tracking the trajectory of Stray Kids for years, right?
Right.
And they have a very, very established visual identity. But the aesthetic direction they've taken for this ATE rollout has genuinely rewritten their own rulebook. It's catching everyone off guard.
Okay, so I have to paint the picture for you, the listener, because it is so incredibly specific.
Go for it.
So the concept photos dropped, and the overall aesthetic is this, gritty street punk fashion.
Yeah.
But I really want to zoom in on member Han's teaser specifically. He's standing there with dark hair, wearing this white, sleeveless, textured top, and some distressed gray jeans.
Very striking.
Right, but the background is a bright, cloudless, light blue sky.
Right.
And there are these abstract green and blue shapes just kind of floating there.
Yeah, the floating blobs.
The floating blobs. And right next to him is a massive towering cactus, just a giant cactus.
It's so surreal.
And down at the bottom, there's this highly stylized 8E text stamped in the corner. So I have to push back here for a second.
May push back.
If we look at this objectively, Han is wearing a textured sleeveless top, cuddling a giant cactus against a bright blue sky with abstract green blobs floating around. Honestly, it sounds a bit ridiculous.
I mean, on paper, sure.
How is this not just a chaotic, disjointed mess? Why are fans calling this revolutionary?
Well, it's because it completely subverts what a Stray Kids fan expects to see. If you think about their past eras,
Yeah, the loud stuff.
Exactly. Their visual identity is typically explosive, cyberpunk, hyper-aggressive, and usually dripping in, dark, heavy styling.
Very intense. Lots of leather and chains.
Right. But this new concept is stark. It's surreal. It's sparse. By putting them in this incredibly harsh, bright, almost barren environment, it forces you to focus entirely on the members themselves.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a departure from the purely rebellious youth concept into something far more grounded and honestly mature.
And the fans are clearly eating it up. I mean, I was looking through Reddit and Lemonade, trying to gauge the fandom reaction, and the consensus is just overwhelming.
Oh, they are losing their minds.
Completely. Stans, the truly hardcore fans, are literally calling these gorgeous, grown-ass men visuals.
I saw that exact quote.
Right. There's this one post from a user who is just freaking out over how striking Han looked, pointing out that his pose alone conveys this incredibly strong, anchored presence.
And the fan theories are where this gets incredibly deep. On Reddit, fans were breaking down every single pixel of that desert setting.
Because of course they were.
Of course. One prevailing theory that gained a lot of traction pointed out that the entire aesthetic gives massive Rent, the musical vibes.
Wait, Rent? Like the Broadway show?
Yes. They were specifically calling Han and Mang-chan Roger and Mark coded.
Oh, wow. Okay, so the struggling artist, bohemian, slightly gritty aesthetic, surviving on the fringes of society.
Exactly, that survival aspect.
Right.
And we connect this to the bigger picture. It ties directly into the mechanics of the album title, ATE.
Right, because 8 is internet slang.
Yeah, fans are heavily theorizing about that stylized text. In internet slang, saying someone ate means they absolutely crushed it or dominated, he ate that performance.
Right.
So is it a literal translation? Are they about to devour the music industry? The desert imagery, the abstract shapes, the cactus, it all represents an ecosystem. It suggests surviving a harsh environment, adapting to it, and ultimately thriving.
It's like they're saying, we survived the desert and now we own it. So this gritty, mature visual isn't just for show. It's a direct reflection of a much more aggressive, survivalist mindset.
Exactly.
Which actually makes perfect sense when you look at how they orchestrated the business side of this comeback. And honestly, that's not even the wildest part of this era. Wait until you hear the sheer scale of what they just dropped on the fans' wallets.
Oh, boy. But real quick, if you love staying updated on your favorites, make sure you subscribe to Starscope K Report. We've got even bigger scoops ahead.
Yes, definitely subscribe. So I went online to look at the physical album drop for ADE, and honestly, it was absolute chaos.
Total chaos.
JYP Entertainment did not play around. They didn't trickle out the information to build slow hype over weeks. They dropped the pre-orders all at once.
Boom. Just like that.
I was looking at the mega threads exploding on Reddit, and there isn't just one album. There are so many variations I completely lost track.
It is a lot to take in.
Help me make sense of this, because I genuinely don't understand what fans are actually supposed to buy here.
Okay, so it is a massive, coordinated rollout, and it can definitely look overwhelming at first glance. Let's break down the factual reality of what a fan has to navigate.
Please do.
First, you have the ADE version, which is the limited edition. You have Chuk Chuk and Boom, which are the two standard versions.
Okay, 3 so far.
Right. Then you get into the highly specific ones. There's the accordion version, which features specific member covers and comes with completely random inclusions.
The photo cards.
Exactly. The random photo cards. There's also the letter version, which is the cheapest option, basically just a CD and a postcard set. And finally, the platform or Nemo digital versions, which are eco-friendly and just give you a QR code to access the music and digital photos.
I love how you explain that so calmly, but if you're a fandom member, this is basically a financial assault.
Oh, it absolutely is. Think of it like a highly strategic fishing net.
Okay.
The standard albums are the wide net, catching the casual listeners or general fans. The limited accordion versions, with those random inclusions, are the targeted hooks designed specifically to catch the hardcore completionist collectors.
Wait, so if I'm a massive fan, I'm not just buying one CD. I might buy 4 or 5 accordion versions just trying to get the specific photo card of my bias.
Oh, easily. That is exactly how the mechanics of modern physical K-pop sales work. And it raises a critical point about the current state of the global music industry.
Yeah, let's talk about the numbers, because a standard copy at Target in the US is running around $25.99 to $30.
Yeah.
The signed copies directly from the Stray Kids US shop were about $32, and fans on Reddit reported that those signed copies sold out in a devastating 9 minutes.
9 minutes is just insane.
9 minutes. If your Wi-Fi lagged, you were completely out of luck. But if you're listening right now, you might be thinking, why go to all this effort?
Right.
Why drop 6 different formats all at once and stress out fans who are already desperately trying to save their concert money? Don't they already have a massive fan base?
They do, but you have to realize this isn't just about selling albums. This is about chart domination, specifically the Billboard 200.
Ah, the Billboard charts?
Yes, international fans and domestic Korean netizens K-nets are terrified of Western chart competition right now. To secure a historic all-kill, which in K-pop terms means completely dominating every single major chart, simultaneously you need massive, concentrated first-week sales.
Right.
And the biggest obstacle in their way right now is Taylor Swift.
Which sounds completely surreal, putting a Korean boy group in a head-to-head tactical war with Taylor Swift.
I know, but structurally it is a very real battle. Taylor Swift has been dropping variant after variant of her latest album, consistently pulling in like 120,000 to 140,000 units weekly.
That's a massive roadblock.
It is. Fans were genuinely terrified that a random Taylor Swift voice memo variant drop might block Stray Kids from debuting at #1.
Oh, I see.
The Stray Kids pulls massive numbers too. Their 5-star album pulled roughly 250,000 units, and Rockstar pulled around 225,000.
So they have the sheer volume to compete.
Exactly. But the mechanism of dropping all these ADE versions at once is designed to violently front-load those sales. It artificially concentrates their massive fandom's buying power into a single, undeniable week to outpace the mainstream Western giants.
So it's essentially a tactical arms race.
That's exactly what it is.
The marketing strategy is undeniably brilliant, but you can have all the strategic album drops in the world, and if the actual art, the music itself falls flat, the fans are going to riot.
Oh, 100%.
And here is where I get really nervous, because the music is taking a massive turn. Based on official statements from a press conference covered by the Korea Herald, Bang Chan explicitly stated that their unique style has become even more distinct.
Right.
The title track, Chuk Chuk Boom, is a fusion of Latin-style hip-hop, complete with Spanish lyrics.
The musical evolution is what truly anchors their success, though. They aren't resting on their laurels.
I get that, but I have to admit my own confusion here regarding a specific quote.
Okay.
So Han stated that for this album, the group is shifting away from their usual explosive and exuberant energy to what he called restrained and latent energy.
Yes, I remember that.
For a group whose entire global identity is built on sensory overload, I mean, they are the pioneers of the mala taste genre.
Well, for sure.
And for those who don't know, mala taste is that signature loud, spicy, aggressive, chaotic sound that Stray Kids basically invented. Isn't telling your fans you are pivoting to restrained a massive, potentially alienating risk?
Well, on the surface, it sounds like they're stripping away the very mechanism that made them famous. But to understand why this works, we have to look at the underlying architecture of their music, specifically the genius of the 3RACHA production team.
Right, their internal production trio.
Yes. And even more specifically, we need to talk about Han. This risk is actually a highly calculated masterstroke.
Okay, break the mechanics of that down for me. Why is Han the key to this?
Because Han isn't just a K-pop idol executing someone else's vision. He is a certified, industry-shaping hitmaker.
Wow, okay.
Let's look at his official credentials. In 2023, Han became the youngest K-pop idol to gain full membership in the Korea Music Copyright Association, or KOMCA.
That is a huge deal.
It's massive. Now, gaining full membership isn't just about signing a form. It requires a sustained, high level of commercial royalty generation and peer recognition. As of the data we have, he holds a staggering 173 registered songwriting credits.
Wait, hold on. If you're listening right now, you are probably doing the math in your head. 173 credits.
It's unbelievable.
How is a guy in his early 20s physically finding the time to write, compose, and produce that volume of music while simultaneously prepping for global stadium tours?
It speaks to a relentless creative drive. And if you analyze his solo lyrical work tracks like Another Day from the Go Live album, Secret from No Easy, and now the highly acclaimed new track Trilight on this 80 album, you see exactly what he means by restrained and latent energy.
Oh.
Billboard actually ranked Twilight as the third best track on the entire new album. His solo work has always been deeply emotional, highly melodic, and intricately produced without needing to be loud.
So what you're saying is he's taking the nuanced emotional depth he usually saves for the B-sides or his solo projects and injecting that directly into the group's core title track identity.
Exactly.
But why Latin hip-hop? Like, how does that fit the restrained energy?
Geopolitically and musically, Latin hip-hop is a brilliant bridge. It shares the complex, syncopated rhythms that K-pop relies on for intense choreography, but it inherently possesses a cooler, more grounded swagger.
Oh, that makes sense. It's a different kind of intensity.
Right. It allows them to be intense without just turning the volume up to 10. Plus, Han's reach goes far beyond Stray Kids. He has written for Japanese acts like Nitsuyu, co-writing their track Paradise for a Doraemon movie.
Seriously? I didn't know that.
Yeah. He penned Yolo Konde for the global boy group JO1. He even worked on No Idea for Taiwanese star Show Lo.
Wow.
He understands how to shape the Hallyu wave across different cultures. So when 3RACHA goes for a restrained Latin hip-hop beat, they aren't losing their edge. They're sharpening it into a scalpel.
A scalpel instead of a sledgehammer. That visual makes total sense. They are proving they don't have to scream to be heard.
Exactly.
But behind all this hype, behind the chart predictions and the musical risks, there was a massive looming shadow hanging over the group's future, until a shocking announcement changed absolutely everything.
Oh, the timing of this industry news was flawlessly orchestrated. I mean, perfection.
Truly. So right before the album dropped, the Korea Herald reported a bombshell. For anyone new to the K-pop industry, there is something called the 7-year curse.
The dreaded curse.
Yes, the dreaded curse. I need you to explain exactly what that is, because it is the single most terrifying concept for a fandom.
It really is. So mechanically, the 7-year curse stems from regulations put in place by the Korean Fair Trade Commission around 2009.
To prevent those unfair slave contracts, right?
Exactly. They mandated that idol contracts can only last a maximum of 7 years. So when a group hits that 7-year anniversary, every single member has to decide whether to renew or leave.
It's a huge turning point.
It is historically a graveyard for K-pop groups. Groups disband, they lose key members, or they fracture as individuals prioritize solo careers.
Right, because fans start spiraling. Like, will my bias, my absolute favorite member, leave the group?
Yeah, the anxiety is real.
Will the maknae, the youngest member, decide they just want to pursue acting now?
Exactly. The psychological toll this period takes on a fandom is immense. The entire community holds its breath, usually for months, analyzing every single social media post for signs of a breakup.
I've seen it happen so many times.
But Stray Kids completely bypass the drama. All 8 members unanimously renew their contracts with JYP Entertainment, well ahead of the deadline.
The quotes from the press conference were just incredibly emotional, too. Bang Chan talked about how eager he was to share the good news with the fans as quickly as possible.
So sweet.
And Sungmin called the group the entirety of our youth. And Felix, when asked what the group meant to him, just said one word: family.
You cannot overstate how smart this was from a business and community management perspective. By announcing a unanimous contract renewal right before dropping ADE, they instantly removed all the underlying anxiety.
They cleared the air.
They did. They gave their fans permission to just fully invest emotionally and financially in this comeback without that looming dread. It cemented their absolute loyalty, not just to JYP Entertainment, but to each other.
They basically looked at the fans and said, "We are here for the long haul, now let's party."
Pretty much.
And they are celebrating this new era in the biggest way possible. They are launching the massive Dominage World Tour. We are talking global stadium domination here.
The sheer scale of this upcoming tour proves that the contract renewal wasn't just about maintaining the status quo, it's about aggressive expansion.
According to the tour schedule, they are hitting Lestam. They are playing massive venues in North America like T-Mobile Park in Seattle and Oracle Park in San Francisco.
Stadiums. Genuine stadiums.
Yes, they are heading to Europe and the UK. And their cultural footprint right now is just exploding past the traditional boundaries of K-pop. I mean, they even have a high-profile original track called Slash, featured on the official soundtrack for the Marvel movie Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, the Deadpool connection is amazing.
Ryan Reynolds is basically their biggest unofficial PR agent at this point.
He really is. And if we look at the industry respect they are commanding, it's undeniable. Felix mentioned at the press conference that they've been interacting with absolute music legends.
Like who?
Well, they received praise from Pharrell. And at the New York Met Gala, Childish Gambino personally encouraged them to stay true to their musical pursuits.
Oh, wow. Childish Gambino.
Yeah. When you have artists of that caliber recognizing your specific artistry, you have officially transcended the manufactured K-pop idol label. You are operating as global music forces.
Absolutely. And real quick, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a KT update as these boys literally take over the globe.
Please do.
So if we look at the whole picture, we've got a historic contract renewal that broke the 7-year curse, a massive world tour booked in stadiums, Hollywood blockbuster soundtrack features, and an album that completely redefines their sound using Latin hip-hop.
It's an insane list of achievements.
It feels like they have finally conquered the mountain. They can take a breath, right?
They could. But what makes Stray Kids so fascinating is that they refuse to let the dust settle. Just when you think you finally understand their trajectory, JYP Entertainment plants a brand new mystery.
Oh, you mean the cryptic visual drops?
Yes.
The fandom was so hyper-focused on Han hugging a cactus that this almost completely flew under the radar.
Amidst all the AT teasers, the unboxing videos, and the tour announcements, official JYP notices quietly dropped a parallel, unexplained schedule. The this and that teaser images.
The images of the members literally printed on the sides of random delivery trucks. Okay, so wait, what mechanically is this and that? Is it a repackage of the AT album?
That is the mystery to chew on. With their long-term future secured and their sound evolving, what is this next chapter already looming in the background?
Oh, yeah.
The delivery trucks imply movement, delivering something new. Is this and that a hint at a highly anticipated subunit debut? Is it an early tease for their next Japanese comeback? Or is it an entirely new parallel era that they are quietly building right underneath our noses while we are distracted by the main album?
It's brilliant marketing. They give you the absolute feast that is the ATE comeback, but they leave the dessert menu sitting right there on the table, just slightly out of focus.
That's a great way to put it.
It's exactly like that gritty desert landscape we started with. You think you've finally mapped out the territory, but there is always a new horizon just past the dunes. It's up to you, the listener, to start sleuthing, because in the world of Stray Kids, nothing is ever just a simple picture of a cactus.
It never is.
You've been listening to Starscope K-Report, where Eric and Minji bring you the stories shaping K-pop, K-dramas, and the global Hallyu wave. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.